Chosen one, stop scrolling. Listen now. What you are about to hear is not entertainment. This is a spiritual alarm, a divine interruption, a message placed directly in your path because something is unfolding behind the scenes that you were never meant to see until now. Something the enemy has worked relentlessly to keep hidden from you. This moment is not random. This is not an accident. This is a warning. Someone lied to you. It may have been a friend, a family member, a leader, or even your own inner voice, twisted by fear and doubt. They lied about who you are. They lied about your destiny, your worth, your authority. They lied so you would stay small. They lied so you would stay silent. They lied so you would never step into the calling God placed on your life. But God has said enough. What was hidden is being exposed. What was whispered behind your back is being brought into the light. The veil is being torn away from a truth you were never supposed to discover, because what is coming is too big, too sudden, too life-altering for you to walk into unaware. You must wake up, and you must wake up now. Chosen one, hear this clearly. This message is not for everyone. Only those who are spiritually awake will stay to the end, because your spirit is already responding. You feel the urgency. You feel the pressure. You sense the shift in the atmosphere around you, as if life itself is preparing to break open in a way you have never experienced before. Before we go any further, pause for a moment and do 3 things. Hit the like button. It pushes this word into the path of other chosen ones. Subscribe so this message can reach 95,000 warriors who are waking up to the truth. Comment 99, not as a number, but as a signal, a spiritual mark that declares, I am ready for the truth. I am ready for what is coming. Because, hear me carefully, if you are truly chosen, you will feel an almost magnetic pull to stay. If you are truly chosen, something inside you is already saying, this is for me. And if you are truly chosen, the revelation you are about to receive, what you are about to receive is not information, it is an activation. It will realign your mind, redirect your steps, and quietly but permanently alter the course of your life. Breathe deeply. Still your thoughts. The moment you stop agreeing with the lies is the moment your breakthrough begins. Now we go deeper, because God is about to reveal what was deliberately kept from you for so long. For years, you have been living beneath a shadow that was never accidental. That shadow was constructed, layer by layer, word by word. It was formed through intentional deception. Those who should have protected your light instead learned how to dim it. Those who should have recognized the oil on your life spoke doubt into your spirit. They trained you to shrink, to hesitate, to question what God had already confirmed. Yet, even in the shadow, God never lost sight of you. He has seen every silent struggle, every moment you felt unseen, every time you wondered why your path felt heavier than others. He knows the capacity placed inside you, the assignment tied to your name, the authority resting quietly in your spirit. And now, through the stillness, his voice rises with urgency. Wake up! Chosen one. They lied to you. These were not harmless words or passing opinions. These lies were calculated, designed to disorient you, designed to delay you, designed to keep you circling the same ground while your destiny waited just beyond your fear. Like the Israelites standing at the edge of promise, yet listening to the voices of fear, you were told the giants were too big and you were too small. But the truth has always been what was spoken long ago. That quiet voice telling you that you are not enough, not ready, not worthy, it did not originate in you. It was planted by those unsettled by what you would become if you ever saw yourself clearly. But today, the veil is being lifted. The fog is thinning. Your vision is sharpening. The shadow that once defined your season is losing its power. This is not merely a warning. It is an awakening, a turning point. God is not only pulling you out of darkness, He is repositioning you into alignment, above the lies, beyond the fear, into the place that has been waiting for you all along. What was hidden is being revealed. What was delayed is being released. And the truth you are stepping into now will no longer let you go back. The season of hesitation is over. The moment to rise is now. What once felt immovable is beginning to fracture right in front of you. The manipulation, the quiet betrayals, the promises that were never meant to be kept, they are losing their grip. The fog that dulled your discernment is thinning, and clarity is pressing in. Every false word spoken over your life, every agenda hidden behind a smile, is being forced into the open. Those who appeared supportive while working against you will no longer be able to maintain the disguise. Truth is being driven into the light with divine force. There is no shadow left deep enough for deception to survive. Think of the voices that diminished your dreams, the laughter that followed your visions, the way your words were twisted, your intentions questioned, your calling dismissed by those closest to you. None of it was random. Every act of betrayal carried an assignment to delay your becoming, to fracture your confidence, to keep you from stepping fully into who you were chosen to be. But timing belongs to God, not to fear, not to people, not to the enemy. And when His moment arrives, nothing can stop it. What is breaking now is not destruction for destruction's sake. It is precision. It is separation. It is the collapse of everything that could not accompany you into the next season. Just as the walls of Jericho fell not by human strength but by divine command, the structures built on lies around you are giving way. Nothing founded on deception can withstand your awakening. You are being prepared for a reality where masks fall away, where motives are exposed without effort, where alignment replaces confusion. This shaking is not punishment. It is positioning. God is clearing the ground so your life can stand on truth alone. And the call you are hearing now is not subtle. It is not soft. It is not negotiable. This is not a whisper. It is a trumpet sounding through your spirit. Move now. Every delay has cost you energy. Every moment spent doubting yourself or clinging to toxic attachments has kept you fighting battles you were never meant to sustain. The enemy hoped exhaustion would make you abandon your path, hoped confusion would cause you to turn back. But instead, clarity has arrived. Picture a structure moments from collapse. You can stay inside, convincing yourself it might hold, or you can run while the exit is still visible. That structure is the web of lies surrounding you. Relationships rooted in control. Promises spoken without truth. Environments that slowly drained your strength while calling it loyalty. God is not asking you to analyze the damage. He is showing you the way out. The door is open now. The illusion is ending. And once you step forward, there will be no return to the shadows you have outgrown. Will you step into it? What is being offered to you reaches far beyond the surface of your life. This is not only about rescue from what you can see, it is restoration of the mind, the heart, and the inner compass that was bent by deception. By responding to this moment, you are choosing life over illusion, clarity over control, freedom over the quiet manipulation that tried to shape your identity. Time is no longer neutral. Every breath carries weight now. God is moving with urgency, and your spirit is being summoned to move with Him. Something immense is drawing near. Not slowly, not subtly. A revelation is approaching that will flood your life with light, touching areas you learned to survive without understanding. The lies you sensed but could never prove. The betrayals you felt but were told to ignore. The truths that sat unspoken in your spirit for years. None of it will remain buried. Those who worked to keep you small, who attempted to silence what God planted in you, will no longer be able to hide behind appearances. This exposure will be complete. Like the first light of dawn after a relentless night, clarity will rise all at once. Darkness does not argue with the sun. It retreats. For a long time, shadows distorted your view of reality. Now, the light is breaking through, and every false structure is being outlined clearly. Those who stood close while working against you will be confronted by the weight of their own duplicity, not because you sought revenge, but because truth cannot be restrained. This is the hour where divine timing becomes undeniable. What is revealed will not weaken you, it will strengthen you. Each lie lifted from your life restores a piece of your authority. Each truth uncovered realigns you with who you were always meant to be. Just as Joseph was raised in a single moment from the prison meant to define him, what tried to confine you will not have the final word. Prepare yourself, not in fear, but in readiness. What is coming will not leave you unchanged. Ordinary lives are not met with extraordinary resistance. The intensity you endured was never proof of your failure. It was evidence of your assignment. And now, as truth moves forward with unstoppable force, everything you walked through is about to make sense. Lies are rarely aimed at those whose lives carry little weight. They are not pursued because their calling is small and their influence easily contained. But you were never ordinary. You were chosen for something vast, something disruptive, something that threatens systems built on comfort and control. That is why the opposition was personal. That is why the pressure found you early. That is why the manipulation cut so deeply. What came against you was responding to what was placed within you. Before we go any further, pause for a moment. If something is already stirring within you, if this message is reaching into places you rarely speak of, respond with intention. Do something meaningful with what you're sensing right now. First, like this message, so it can reach others who are searching for hope and clarity. Then share it with someone who needs encouragement today, someone who may be ready to receive this confirmation. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and stay connected, not just to a channel, but to a growing stream of messages meant for this season. As we're moving toward 5,000 subscribers, your connection helps ensure this message continues reaching the hearts it was meant for. Now, take a moment to go to the comments and write 999 or 777, and also share your city and where you're listening from. Let this be a quiet but powerful declaration of readiness and alignment as you move forward. This is not just content. This is confirmation. This is alignment. This is for those who have been quietly preparing for a deeper level of growth and restoration. And to everyone who chooses to support this work through sharing, engagement, or by using the Super Thanks feature, know this: your support is seen, it matters, and it helps this message reach those who need it most. Thank you for being part of this moment. Amen. They saw it before you did. Long before you understood your own capacity, others sensed it. They recognized the authority resting quietly in your spirit and tried to shut it down before it could mature. Being chosen does not come wrapped in ease. It arrives with resistance, with strain, with battles that most people will never understand. This is not punishment. It is confirmation. Destiny carries weight. And God does not guard what is insignificant. Every hardship you endured was not evidence of failure. Every betrayal was not proof that you were mistaken. Every season of doubt was not a sign that you were off course. It was all pointing to the magnitude of your calling. Scripture reminds us, "For whom the Lord loves, he chastens, not to wound, but to prepare." God does not refine what he does not intend to use. He prepares what is monumental. When this truth settles into you, everything shifts. Fear loses its voice. Courage rises naturally. Despair no longer defines your posture. Confusion gives way to clarity. You begin to see that you were never under attack because of weakness, but because of purpose. The pressure was not meant to crush you. It was meant to reveal you. You are chosen. And no word spoken against you has the authority to override what God has spoken over you. No dismissal, no false prophecy, no attempt to reduce your value was random. These were calculated strikes against your becoming. Some came from envy, some from fear, some from misunderstanding what they could not name. Like David overlooked among his brothers, your oil was not obvious to those around you, but heaven never missed you. The lies were meant to delay your rise, to bend your direction, to exhaust your resolve. But now you are seeing clearly. What was meant to stop you has only sharpened you, and the same calling that made you a target is the reason nothing that came against you will have the final word. Hear this clearly now, and let it settle deep within you. Delays were never refusals. What felt like obstruction was never abandonment. The pauses, the detours, the seasons where nothing seemed to move forward were not meant to disqualify you. They were holding space. The lies that slowed you down acted like temporary barriers, restraining you just long enough for God to strengthen what was still forming inside you. Every setback became a training ground. Every betrayal sharpened discernment. Every moment of doubt became a refining fire, shaping your spirit to carry what was coming without breaking. Now is the moment to see those lies for what they truly are. Powerless, empty, unable to override what God has already spoken. What was meant to weaken you is being transformed into fuel. The very resistance that tried to exhaust you has built endurance into your bones. Your destiny has not moved away from you. It has been waiting, and nothing the enemy attempted has the authority to cancel what God has ordained. Time is no longer suspended. Movement has resumed. Deception is being dismantled. Truth is rising. A new chapter is opening, and it is opening quickly. God is moving with urgency, and he is calling you to move with him. This is not a season for hesitation or second-guessing. Delay now carries a cost. Imagine a river swelling after heavy rain, its current growing stronger by the moment. Everything unanchored is swept away. You can step into that current and be carried forward toward purpose, or you can remain on the shore, clinging to what is collapsing around you. The river will move either way. That current is God's momentum, and it is flowing in your favor. But it requires your participation. This is a season of decision. To move with God means to let go of what poisons your spirit, to trust his timing even when the destination is unfamiliar, to step forward without needing every answer in advance. Every moment of delay becomes an opening for confusion to creep back in, but movement aligns you with truth. Step now. Move decisively. The momentum is already in motion. For a long time, your inner world was crowded with voices that never belonged to you. Words of doubt, ridicule disguised as concern, manipulation wrapped in advice. They repeated themselves until they sounded like your own thoughts, telling you your dreams were unrealistic, your purpose overstated, your worth conditional. But those voices were never yours. They were planted by people unsettled by your potential, threatened by what would emerge if you believed fully. Now another voice is breaking through the noise. Clear, steady, unconfused. The voice of God does not accuse or belittle. It liberates. Every moment of clarity you feel, every surge of courage, every quiet knowing rising inside you is Him cutting through the interference. False voices fade when truth is given room. The divine voice remains. Align yourself with it, and you will discover a strength that deception could never erase. Perhaps you felt as though you were walking through life with a haze over your vision, unsure who to trust, uncertain which direction to take, questioning what was real. That fog was not imagined, but it was never permanent. It is lifting now. God is unveiling what you were not ready to see before. People, patterns, and environments that once felt normal are being illuminated. What was hidden is becoming obvious. Motives will surface. Masks will fall. Manipulation will lose its disguise. Betrayal will be revealed without needing explanation. What once felt chaotic will begin to align. Pieces of your story that never seemed to connect will settle into place with clarity. This is not just understanding, it is awakening. When the fog lifts, you begin to see through God's perspective, not fear's distortion. From this place, decisions change. Discernment sharpens. Nothing can easily deceive you anymore because light now fills the shadows. And with that light comes separation. Separation is never painless, especially when it involves people you once trusted, loved, or depended on. But what is happening now is not rejection. It is protection. Like a tree being pruned, branches are being removed so life can flow where it truly belongs. The cutting may sting, but it makes room for deeper roots and stronger growth. God is removing what drains you, what clouds your judgment, what dims your light, not to leave you lacking, but to allow what He placed inside you to finally flourish. What remains will be aligned. What grows next will be greater. Receive this season, even when it cuts deeper than you expected. What feels like loss is often alignment in disguise. Every separation carries intention. Every distance that formed between you and what once felt familiar is creating space for freedom to breathe. God has not turned away from you. He is repositioning you. He is drawing you toward people, places, and opportunities that can carry the weight of your destiny. Not everyone faces personal opposition. You did, because your path is not small. Your calling carries consequence. Ordinary lives meet ordinary resistance. But when a destiny is expansive, resistance intensifies. The pressure you encountered was not random. The betrayals, the obstacles, the silent warfare were aimed with precision because what rests on your life has the power to reach beyond you, to shape lives, to shift environments, to echo into generations you may never meet. The weight you felt is not a burden. It is evidence of significance. Those heavy nights, the restless hours, the moments where doubt pressed against your chest, none of them signaled failure. They were the ground where your faith was strengthened, the place where endurance was built into your spirit. Like gold refined in fire, you were being prepared to carry what cannot be entrusted to the untested. Remember the words spoken long ago, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." What tried to exhaust you was forging strength you had not yet accessed. Understand this now. Opposition is not a sign you are lost. It is often confirmation that you are advancing. The enemy does not waste effort on what holds no impact. Fear is only stirred by what threatens darkness. Your calling carries light, and that light could not be ignored. Every trial you walked through was shaping your readiness for what comes next. A moment of revelation is drawing near. Clarity is about to rise. Those who hid intention behind affection, who masked motives with familiarity, will be seen clearly, not to wound you, but to free you. What has been concealed will surface, and when it does, you will understand that every test, every attack, every delay was preparing you for a breakthrough that leaves no question about who you are and why you were chosen. God is arranging a moment of holy exposure. Nothing that was hidden will remain protected. Masks will fall. Pretenses will dissolve. Those who operated through manipulation, half-truths, and false loyalty will be seen clearly for who they have always been. The realization may sting at first, especially when you discover who was never truly for you. But this unveiling is not meant to wound you. It is a gift. It loosens the grip of those who drained your strength, distorted your thinking, and quietly stood in the way of what was meant for you. With exposure comes sight, and sight brings power. God is granting you discernment, so you no longer move blindly. Prepare your heart, because truth can ache as it heals. What once held you captive will become the very doorway that leads you out. Every lie removed restores a piece of your freedom. Every truth revealed draws you closer to the life that fits who you really are. Structures built on deception cannot stand forever. Foundations made of false promises, shallow connections, and toxic alignment are beginning to give way. You may watch relationships fracture. Systems you trusted may unravel. Environments that once felt safe may suddenly collapse. This shaking is not chaos. It is precision. God is clearing what blocks your path, so your destiny can move forward without resistance. Saving yourself now means stepping away from what is failing, releasing what no longer belongs to you, and trusting God beyond the edge of certainty. It is like crossing a bridge while it still stands, knowing it will soon disappear behind you. Movement now secures your future. Staying only ties you to the ruins of what cannot continue. Rise above the fear that tells you to cling to what is breaking. Every removal creates room. Every collapse makes space for clarity. What feels like loss is actually liberation in motion. All the battles you endured were not wasted. The betrayals, the delays, the seasons where nothing made sense were shaping you for this awakening. Your identity, long obscured by distortion and doubt, is being restored. You are not small. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. What you carry has weight. Your voice, your gifts, your presence are designed to reach further than you once believed. You can feel it now, stirring beneath the surface. Notice what is rising inside you. Confidence without arrogance, vision without confusion, strength without striving. This is not pride, it is recognition. Truth settling into place. You are stepping into a life where decisions align naturally with purpose, and obstacles that once blocked you now become steps beneath your feet. This is what awakening feels like. God is positioning you where your influence can expand. What you speak will matter. How you live will point others toward truth. Your life will no longer whisper purpose, it will carry it openly. Everything unfolding now is building toward a defining shift. Revelations, exposures, interventions, all converging toward one turning point. Your world is about to realign. Relationships will match your calling. Opportunities will meet your readiness. What once felt uncertain will become undeniable. Prepare yourself fully, because freedom requires readiness. Lies are losing their authority. Manipulation no longer has access. Truth is taking its rightful place. This is the season of breakthrough, the culmination of everything God has been forming within you. Step forward without shrinking. Receive the truth. Embrace the release. Walk into the new reality being unveiled before you. The chosen one is rising now, not in confusion, but in clarity, strength, and purpose. Before every true breakthrough, turbulence rises. It can feel as if your world is unraveling, relationships strain or fall away. Doors you expected to open suddenly close. Plans you carefully built are interrupted without warning. Yet this upheaval is not judgment. It is preparation. Just as dawn is preceded by darkness, your life must pass through unrest before the full brilliance of God's design is revealed. Every challenge pressing against you in this season carries intention. The noise, the confusion, the discomfort are not random forces working against you. They are loosening what was never meant to hold your future. The storm is shaking false foundations, stripping away supports that could not sustain where you are going. What looks like destruction is actually space being cleared, so destiny can arrive without obstruction. Storms always reveal what is real. They expose what is rooted and what is fragile. They separate commitment from convenience, faith from fear. God has not stepped away from you in this weather. He is walking with you through it, teaching you to stand when the ground shifts, to move forward when visibility is low, and to trust when outcomes are still hidden. And when the storm passes, your breakthrough will not arrive quietly. It will come with clarity, strength, and unmistakable authority. One day, you will look back and see it clearly. Every sleepless night, every silent tear, every moment when you felt stretched beyond your limits was shaping you for the life now approaching. Trust this process. A shift is already underway. Patience here is not inactivity. It is active trust in divine timing. There will be moments when you feel overlooked or delayed, when questions rise and doubt tries to settle in. But impatience cannot rush what is being built with precision. God's timing is exact, not early, not late, perfect. Even when it defies logic, every pause you encountered was intentional. Every obstacle carried instruction. These were not setbacks. They were sacred pauses, allowing the foundation of your future to be set correctly. Think of an architect who knows precisely when each beam must be placed for the structure to stand. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is wasted. That is how God works in your life. When the appointed moment arrives, alignment will feel effortless. People, opportunities, and resources will converge in ways you could never have engineered. What once felt delayed will suddenly reveal its purpose. The waiting will make sense. The storm will be behind you. And what emerges next will stand as proof that God's timing, though often misunderstood, was always flawless. Trust this now. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the pressure, not the delays, not the lessons learned through pain. Every part has been woven into a divine choreography you could not see while you were inside it. The timing is exact, and what unfolds next will exceed what you once imagined possible. Prepare yourself, because the unexpected is approaching. Doors you assumed were sealed will open. Opportunities you ruled out will surface. Provision you thought was out of reach will appear without warning. God does not move according to human logic. Alignment often arrives when you least expect it, yet precisely when you are ready to carry it. These moments are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The convergence of the right people, the right ideas, and the right timing is heaven signaling a transition. Be attentive. Be willing. When alignment comes, hesitation can cost you momentum. What looks like chance is often assignment. A conversation, an interruption, a sudden insight. God is arranging circumstances with intention, clearing your path step by step. Scripture reminds us, The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Movement now requires courage. Notice the openings. Trust the inner knowing rising within you. Step forward without shrinking. Your perception is changing. What was once hidden is becoming visible. Truths about people, patterns, and your own calling are rising into clarity. God is awakening your spiritual senses. Discernment is sharpening. Insight is deepening. You will recognize deception before it speaks. You will sense opportunity before it fully forms. Understanding will come without explanation, like light turning on in a room that was always there. This awakening also brings protection. Traps that once caught you unaware will now stand exposed. Toxic connections will no longer feel confusing. You will move with awareness instead of reaction, with confidence instead of fear. As your spiritual vision sharpens, so does your ability to act decisively. You are stepping into a new level of understanding. Not temporary, not fragile. A shift that will change how you see, choose, and move forward from here. For far too long, you have carried burdens that were never assigned to you. Expectations shaped by others. Guilt from seasons God already redeemed. Responsibilities placed on your shoulders by those who needed control more than truth. That weight was not proof of strength. It was a distraction. And now, God is removing it. Not slowly, not partially. He is clearing your path so freedom and purpose can finally move without resistance. As these false weights fall away, something shifts inside you. Your steps feel lighter, your focus sharpens, your strength returns. Like armor dropped at the edge of a battlefield, you are no longer weighed down by what restricted your movement. Letting go is not surrender. It is alignment. Obedience often feels like release before it feels like reward. What you are releasing was never meant to define you. Those burdens were designed to delay your rise, not shape your identity. God is restoring what was drained. Energy returns, clarity returns, direction returns. Breathing becomes easier. Decisions become cleaner. This is not emotional relief. This is freedom in motion. As the weight lifts, confirmation begins to surround you. Evidence appears. Not vague reassurance, but clear markers along your path. A timely word, an unexpected message, a moment of perfect alignment. God confirms what he initiates. These signs are not coincidence. They are direction. They are reassurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be. These confirmations are practical. They steady your faith. They silence lingering doubt. When God speaks, he leaves fingerprints, and you will see them in places you did not expect. A conversation that answers a question you never spoke aloud. An idea that arrives fully formed. A dream that clarifies what confusion once hid. Each sign builds upon the last. Pay attention now. Every confirmation strengthens resolve. Courage rises naturally. Action becomes easier. You are not guessing anymore. You are recognizing. Suddenly, the story you've been living begins to make sense. Then comes the moment of clarity. Sudden, undeniable, like lightning cutting through a dark sky. The confusion of the past collapses in an instant. Manipulation is exposed. Delays are explained. Lies lose their power all at once. What once felt heavy now feels obvious. Decisions that paralyzed you now feel simple. Paths that seemed closed are suddenly visible. You will understand why certain people crossed your path, why some doors opened only to close again, why detours were necessary. Truth simplifies what fear complicated. Every lesson finds its place. Every disappointment reveals its purpose. And with that clarity, peace settles in. Not fragile peace, anchored peace. The lightning of truth does not destroy you. It frees you. What you see now cannot be unseen. The blueprint of your destiny stands clear, illuminated, and intact. And nothing will obscure it again. Obedience is not passive agreement. It is trust set in motion. When God calls, those who respond quickly step into alignment before the crowd even realizes a door has opened. Hesitation delays momentum, but faith moves you to the front of what God is releasing. Like a rising tide, those who step forward early are carried by the wave, while others watch from the shore. God's timing is flawless, but it requires your readiness. The reward of obedience is not always immediate, but it is certain. When you act without waiting for perfect conditions or approval, divine acceleration enters your life. Breakthroughs follow obedience. Opportunities unfold. Confirmations appear in ways you could not plan. One step taken in faith can redirect everything. Watch closely now. God sends messengers, guides, mentors, voices that arrive at the exact moment clarity is needed. They may seem ordinary at first, but their words carry precision. A conversation that challenges your thinking, advice that lands too accurately to ignore. Even dreams or inner impressions can carry direction. These encounters are not random. They are placed to advance you. When you align with truth and purpose, blessing flows naturally. Not only provision, but influence, favor, and open doors. Your presence begins to carry weight. Your words are trusted. This is not self-gain. Blessing is confirmation that you are walking in alignment, and it comes with responsibility. What God places in your hands is meant to multiply impact, not inflate ego. At the same time, justice unfolds. What was hidden will surface. Manipulation, deceit, and false motives cannot survive in God's light. This exposure is not revenge, it is release. Clarity returns. Confusion lifts. You see who belongs in your future and who never did. With this clarity comes protection. God is equipping you with spiritual armor. Your mind is guarded. Your heart is steady. Your discernment is sharp. Opposition no longer destabilizes you. Challenges still arise, but they do not shake you. You stand firm, aware, and prepared. Move forward now. Advancement is coming quickly. God of truth and light, I come before you with a willing spirit and open hands. Strip away everything that does not belong to me. Remove every false weight, every distorted voice, every fear that tried to redefine who you called me to be. I choose alignment over comfort, obedience over delay, truth over illusion. Strengthen my discernment so I recognize your movement without hesitation. Guard my mind, steady my heart, and anchor my steps in your timing. As you open doors, give me courage to walk through them. As you reveal truth, give me wisdom to respond with integrity. I receive the authority you have placed within me, not for pride, but for purpose. Let my life reflect clarity, strength, and impact. I move forward, covered, guided, and unshaken, trusting that what you have begun, you will complete. This isn't just something you watched, it's something you responded to. Stay connected by subscribing, especially as we move toward 5,000 subscribers together. Your presence helps ensure these messages keep reaching the people they're meant for. Take a moment in the comments to write 999 or 777 and share your city and location. And if you'd like to support the growth of this work, super thanks is one simple way to do that. Amen.